Hi, welcome to the promotional video of a new line of the Bosphorus cymbals. This new series was designed especially for playing electronic music like a drum and bass and trip hop and jungle and that kind of stuff. And the series was designed by the Bosphorus team and me together. We spent a lot of time together at the factory, and finally we have a great prototypes here that I want to show you. So let's start with a hi-hat. This is a very special 13 inches hi-hat with a huge cup, you can see, like I'll show you. It gives a lot of noisy sound, just like a kind of wonky frequency. The top of the surface is lathed and hammered, as you can see, is absolutely raw, so it's just like a very natural. The bottom of this hi-hat is also, the back side is natural and the other side is lathed but not hammered. And also it has a huge cup and it's very heavy, a very thick one, so it's great for playing a kind of hip hop and that kind of stuff, like the other piece is a great ride cymbal. This is a 21 inches ride. It's actually a very good jazz ride. This side is a little bit more hammered and it has a relatively little cup. And it gives a thin kind of sound, like a lot of high frequencies. And also we have a very special zebra lathing at the back side. You can see it's a very special one, a very unique kind of stuff. So I like it very much. And also, if you see the angle of the whole shape of the cymbal is a little bit bigger than the normal one. So it's a very special one, and also very good for playing, for example, drum and bass music. It's a very white noisy sound, like. The next piece is a kind of crash cymbal, but the sound is between a China type and a crash. This is an 18 inches crash. I will also show you the back side. So the bottom side is natural, and the top side is lathed, and also a kind of deep hammered. You can see the relatively big holes here. This deep hammering gives a kind of trashy sound between the normal crash and the kind of trash sound, and it's thin, you can see. So it's a kind of thin cymbal. It's also very good for playing like The next piece is a very unique ride cymbal. This is my favorite one, actually. You can see 4 big holes in this side, and these big holes gives a kind of trashy sound of this ride cymbal. So the sound is between a normal dry and deep ride and the kind of China. So you also can use it as a crash cymbal, like a There are some little lathing on this side and this side, and it's basically a kind of medium ride, so not too heavy, not too thin. The sound is very dark and very dry, so it's a great one for playing this kind of groovy stuff. Next piece here is a kind of full crash, a bright sound. It's a polished surface. It's also a thin crash, as you can see. It has a kind of bright but sensitive sound. It's a typical crash. The sound is completely the opposite of this cymbal. Maybe you also can use it just like a thin ride, like. The next piece is a little china. I will show it for you a little bit closer. We have 6 holes, so it's a kind of holy china. This side is very, very thin, as you can see, and this side close to the cup is thicker, so it's a special one. And it's a 12 inches little china, and it has a very short and very effective sound. Very high frequency oriented thing. It's good for using just like a hi-hat, for example, like a You also can use it for different soloing variations, like a kind of linear stuff, like the last one is a very, very thick and very, very heavy ride. Actually, it's also good for playing up heavy rock and roll stuff. Lathed on both sides, top and the bottom, and it also has a huge cup, as you can see. It has a kind of huge cup sound. Okay, and it has a short resonance, like. So it's very effective, very, very heavy sound, but not too light. So it's a kind of dry stuff. You also can play kind of funk rock grooves with these cymbals. I want to demonstrate it for you, like using this big snare, like.